Okay, so I have a bathroom light and a fan. This is an old BROAN unit, and the fan is working sometimes, not working other times, and it's just time to take it apart and clean it. I'll turn it on so you can see. And right now it's running, but it's a little noisy. So let's just pop it apart, give it a quick cleanup and an oiling. So the first thing you need to do is get the lens off, and you can see there's some little friction tabs where you can push in, and then you just get the clip out, and doing the same thing on the back side. And once that's out of the way, remove the light bulb. And there's a nut in the center that'll drop the lamp fixture out. And this is only finger tight. There we go. You can see how dirty this unit is. This hasn't been cleaned in a long time. And then to drop the lamp fixture out, all you need to do is unplug it up inside. Alright. And now we'll take the fan out. Okay, so up next to the fan plug, you can see there's a screw. This one takes a straight blade. Sometimes there's a Phillips here. And before I take that out, I need to unplug the fan. Okay. And now the fan unit just drops out. The plug side has to drop out first, and then there's tabs on the other side. You can see the tabs right there. And those fit up over the casing. And well, you can really see how dirty that blower chamber is. Now let's take it outside and clean it. Okay, and to get the dust and the lint off, I'm just going to use a dry toothbrush and wipe it off. Get into the blower and get the lint off of it. This blower actually isn't too bad if you have people in the household that use hairspray regularly. The lint buildup on the blower will be a lot worse. But what you want to do is just get all the lint off and the buildup on the edge of the blades here, and that'll help the fan stay in balance when it's running. And right here is the bearing on one side, and then on this side the bearing's up underneath here. And you need to get in here with the toothbrush too and get all the lint off around the bearing. So let me just take a few minutes and I'll clean this up and show you what we got. And here's the unit just cleaned up with a toothbrush. You just want to get all as much of the lint off as you can, and make sure the fan blades are as clean as you can get it with the brush. And now what I'm going to do is oil the bearings, and I'm just using some air tool oil. I'm going to put 2 drops on each side and spin it, and just let that oil soak in. And then if there's any excess on there, I'll wipe it off. That's one side. And looks like 2 drops might be a little bit much. Maybe just 1 drop is all you need. I'll wipe that off. Now this side, you kind of have to do the gravity assist method and try to get the drop to fall from about 3 inches above it. Oops, I missed. And alright, so now I got it. And again, I'll spin it. And now it's spinning much easier. Alright, so I'll use a paper towel, wipe off the excess, and reinstall this and see how it runs. Oh, actually, I got to clean out that blower housing first, but this is ready to go. One thing I do want to point out though is this is the screw that holds the light fixture, and it usually has an acorn nut on it, but that must have gotten lost and they had a little machine nut on this one. But before you put the light fixture on, loosen this up so it's longer than it needs to be, and then that makes it a lot easier to get the light fixture on. So when the light fixture goes on, you'll put the nut on and then just turn that screw down with the nut until it gets tight. And you can see the housing's all vacuumed out. Some of these units have a flapper up in here, and you should stick your fingers up in there and make sure that flapper's moving. This one, they took the flapper off and they just have it venting out through one of the bays. This is a ceiling on top of a ceiling, and so it just goes out between the bays, and it has a flapper valve on the outside. So put this back up in, just like that, and put the screw back in. Okay, light fixture's plugged in. And line up the screw coming down here. Like I said, we left it a little bit long, make it easier to get on. And start the nut. And just tighten it up till it seats. And these don't need to be overly tight. Just snug it until it's holds itself in position. So you can see I can still wiggle it around to get it lined up on the ceiling the way I like it. I think right there looks good. Put a couple more turns on it to snug it up, and that's it. Alright, let's try it out. Alright. And if you can hear, it sounds much better. Nice and smooth. Okay, well, I hope you find this video useful.